You know that term "pick me," and I think that's a silly term. I've always thought that was a silly term. Like, okay, if you like men, don't you want to be picked? But that term has been thrown out there, and a lot of times these people who are saying it, they don't have no man, and yet they're telling people basically not how to get picked. But I want you to hear what this woman has to say, because she says she finally figured out, what they meant by pick me. So let's go ahead on and check this out.
Okay, ladies, I've listened and I've taken your notes. Top 5 things on how not to be a pick me on TikTok and in real life. Let's go and see what I've learned this week. Number 1, if a guy asks me on a coffee date, I say, no way, Jose, that's for bums. And then I come on TikTok and tell you guys how I dissed that young man for his efforts.
Okay, this coffee date thing I've been hearing about, if they don't want to go on a coffee date with you, you know what? They have every right not to do that. And you have every right to say, okay, cool. This is my thing. I understand why men want to do coffee dates, because you don't risk losing a lot financially. Imagine you losing maybe $25, $30 on some coffees versus, or maybe even less, depends, versus you losing out $100. You know what I'm saying? For somebody that's not interested in you. Now, what one woman won't do, another one will. Always remember that. So if one woman won't go on a coffee date with you, okay, cool. Another one will, though. And that's how you got to look at it. Not all women are the same, but let's continue.
Yes. Number 2, if a man approaches me, I say, hey, stranger, that's stranger danger. I'd rather be locked in a room with a bear than to be approached on the sidewalk by an aggressive man, especially a heterosexual one. The heck? Number 3.
Yeah, see, and then they be the same ones on here complaining that no one want to talk to them. Nobody wants to approach them, right? But if you are approached, you'll pick me. Oh, okay, got you.
If I leave the man, I leave the kids too. Yes, I abandon all of them and move away to start a new life. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, I've been seeing stories like that as well here as lately, because, back in the Gap, if a woman leave you, she'll just leave, she'll take the kids or whatever. But now they're saying, you know what, nope, I'm leaving them kids with him and I'm gone. And I think that's a different dynamic, completely different dynamic. And I promise you, the men who are taking care of their children, they're not running down the child support court trying to put her on a bunch of child support and get her locked up for child support, right? Most men not going to even fool with the system. Say, look, if you just leave my money alone, hey, man, I'm good with you. But if they want to leave their children or whatever, then it says a lot about, definitely as us as men, that we definitely need to pick better. We need to pick somebody who would never leave their children. But let's continue.
4. Let's see, what else did they say? Oh, yeah, I need to do something different with my hair, and I need to start wearing makeup again because I'm a pick-me because I don't wear lace fronts. Yes. I guess. No, anyways.
All right. So because she's not wearing makeup, then she's a pick-me. If you want to be picked by men, and you hear a lot of men say, I don't like all the makeup, I don't like all the lace fronts, I don't like excessive anything. Like, lashes are okay as long as they're not excessive. Makeup is okay as long as it's not excessive. Makeup should just compliment you, not make who you are and turn you to a whole different person. You know what I'm saying? Men don't have a problem with beauty. It's just as long as it accessorize you and compliment you, not make who you are. You know what I'm saying? You're doing too much. So I guarantee you, men don't have no problem in how she's, without makeup. I promise you, men don't have a problem with that. But let's continue.
Sorry, my mom was calling. So back to number 5. Number 5, I am a nurse and I'm a 6-figure bitch. So therefore, all of you men are beneath me and shall do what I say.
All right. So basically the career woman at the end. And the career woman, men will sleep with them. But a lot of times men won't take them seriously either, because it's not because they have a career. No, it's because the attitude that comes with that. Because when women get a certain amount of money and on their own, and a man's not attached to it, it changes them in a way almost outside of the natural order. So that's why a lot of men be like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm not fooling with her. I don't need anything. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I may, you know, smash or whatever, but I'm not about to get involved with her too much. No. Because just the attitude just changed in a way that a lot of men just not going to deal with. And then they say, I don't know, why can't I find a man? Then they're the same ones that say, well, I need a man at my level. So you want a man that makes what you make. The average woman don't make that, and the average man don't make that, $100,000 a year. They just don't. Not in America, or probably no country throughout the world for the most part. You actually like top 10%, and in the top 10%, the pool is thin. It's not as big. But if that's what makes all you a pick-me, then I think pick-me would be the way to go. Be a pick-me. I mean, I've been said that. Team pick-me over here. Because if you want to be married, do what men say. Don't be on there listening to what women say. Women going to keep you single. Always consider the source who's talking. If a woman that never had a husband, not even married currently, trying to give you some relationship advice, why listen to it? At least me, I'm talking to you. I've been married 13 years. So I can speak on the guise of a husband. I can speak on the guise of a father, grandfather, uncle. You know, I can speak in many different lights right now. I'm not going to tell even these dudes certain things that I know is going to mess them up because I know better. But that's the difference with me versus a lot of them that's talking. They don't have nobody. They don't have no track record. They have none of that. So what I say, you know, to the women, be a pick-me. Be them all day long if you want to get picked.